Hey, how's it going? Long time no see. Sorry about that. I'll explain that later if you want to hear. And if you don't want to hear, then you don't gotta hear. So that's kind of the cool part. But it's been a while. It's been a tick. So, alright guys. I don't know. Here we go. July Food Forest update. Skip through all the boring parts. I'll start at the worst. Just like when I start a job site, I try and get the worst job out of the way. I'll show you this. Alright. Here's my little corner that I just thought was going to be nice little flowers all year round. And pretty heavy clay, and I didn't plant the bulbs deep enough. Not even remotely. Oh, I've weeded this out a few times. I've got a couple of black-eyed Susans in here. Trying. Whoops. They're trying. But, you know, we're starting to get some thistle. I've had my fair share of that at the farm, so that's going to go. I just haven't spent any time here. So, I mean, if it doesn't live on its own, I haven't put any time. I've been out at the farm the whole time. So, for, let's say Giant Dormouse, since he's Mr. Fruit Guy over there. What's going on here, pal? I haven't had any time to Google it. I know it's something common. I know you're supposed to do something or spray something. And it looks like the leaves are like sticky, kind of wet. Like, I think that should be picking it up. I'm not sure. Again, I'm sorry to be lazy. I'm just curious. Like, I mean, if you know, what's going on with this. I think that's a currant. Red currant. Some of them in there. Last year it seemed to produce way more. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not getting enough air in the middle. And anyhow, man, I'd totally appreciate your opinion if you don't mind giving it. Yeah, again, like little planter beds that are full of lamb's quarter, essentially weeds. Yeah, I feel bad. I haven't done much. I got a bunch of different colored yarrow this year, which is really cool. I mean, this one here is obviously like a pink. And then right over here is a red one. And then in the back, I've got white. And these all came from the exact same clump. So, I don't even know what to say. Get my shot over there. Have a wee little pepper on a wee little pepper plant. This is what I'm used to. It'll be about that size by the end of the year. So, whatever. We'll see how they go out at the farm. Lupins, volunteer lupins, seem to be doing just gosh darn dandy. Purple oric. Not bad at all. I think it looks good in here. I threw a little solar light in there. I think I got some video of. I just came out one night when it was dark and took a little boozy, and there you go. This is comfrey, folks. That has not even a little bit shy of 4 feet. And I'm a very naughty boy. I haven't cut it back yet. And the flowers are falling, which means those seeds are going to start to form. And this is not the Russian Bocking 14 variety, which has sterile seeds. It's root. You can propagate it for days and days, but the seeds won't give you new plants. This is common comfrey, and these seeds will. So it is quintessential that those do not mature. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to make a fermented plant juice with them, and I will do a completely separate video on that. But these are all going to get cut out, and at the end of the video I might show just what it looks like. So I don't know. It's not looking horrible. This is a chamomile that is volunteer from last year. I got another batch over there. I want to get one of those cool little scoopers with the teeth where you just like rake it through, because I picked these last year by hand, and that is some torturous stuff. That takes a while. So, little black-eyed Susan looking like it's happy in its volunteer home. Again, I haven't done anything. if it didn't grow on its own, it's not growing. These got to go, because that is a weed, but it does have really nice flowers, and it fills things in, and I don't look at weeds the same as everybody else does, so. But having said that, those got to go. Those are going to go in the garbage bin. See, this is more of a white yarrow. It's crazy. I don't understand. These all came from the exact same patch. Look at how nice this little guild looks. Comfrey back in there, lupins over there. And on that note, my friends, I shall pick up this update at another time. Oh well, I guess if the neighbor's mowing the back, it's no big deal. Had tons of flowers on the apple tree this year. Extremely excited about these 7 apples that I have set on. So again, if there's anybody that's got in the winter, I'll Google all this stuff, but if you want to leave it in the comments, can you hand pollinate apples? Because there's an apple there that flowered for the very first time this year. So again, tickled pink, right? Super excited. I think that one has 2 apples on it. This one has 7, so about 4.5 apples per tree. I'm not sure you'd call that an orchard. These are a bunch of the volunteer sunflowers. Actually, all the sunflowers in my yard are volunteers. They just whatever. That birds dropped them. It came from last year. Nick was super nice. Nick's Allotment Diaries, like, dude, those will count for the sunflower challenge. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do a big video because I was gonna plant a whole bunch out at the farm, but whatever. I'll show you some stuff on another video out there. So that plan changed, but this one's awesome. This one is awesome. Like, I'm stoked about this guy. Look at how many heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder.
These go to 11.
12, 13. Whatever. It's doing not bad. And let's be honest. When you're in a sunflower challenge, no such thing as too much head. There just isn't, right? I mean, 13? Who knows? We'll see what the winner is this year. The skull cap is rocking and rolling, and again, that's all volunteer. Black-eyed Susan's all along here, so clearly that's where the seeds blew. They were planted up in here. You know, hey, British folk. How do you like these nice clean borders? Huh? Look at that. Straight line, huh? All neat and tidy. Volunteer dill. Yes, comes back every year. Just let these go to seed and dry, and then like, rah, give it a kick at the end of the year. Trust me, you probably won't be shy of them. Volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. I don't know, I'm just digging this. I'm liking how many volunteers, right? Like, so that lupin's obviously a volunteer. So is that one. My echinacea looks like it's going to flower, so that's this is the 2nd year for it. I know it's probably getting choked out, but I mean it's part of a system in here, folks. You know, and you know, Timmy and Sally. Not everybody gets a prize around here. You fight for what you want. This is Queen Anne's lace. Like, it starts off, it's wild carrot, is what they call it. So the flowers are medicinal, and you can make teas out of them. The root apparently is edible. It's got a lot of cool qualities about it, and I saw it growing, and I'm like, nah, I'm leaving that weed. Let's see what it does. Look at that. Was that 4 feet by 3 feet? Nice display. Very nice display. I like it. Here's where all my cuttings were, and nothing. I don't think anything lived. I'm next to positive that these are all weeds and these are not actually growing off of the cuttings. I will dump them, but I don't think so. I got a bad case of the Lolas with my garlic. This is brutal. God, you'd think I'd lived in Texas and didn't take care of my plants. Like, this is...
Hi, Ryan. I got a fork too, but I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I mean, it's in the...
Unbelievable. Whatever. Store-bought stuff, I just threw it in there. I bought some mint the other day because I didn't get around to it. So I ripped them apart and transplanted them in some of the pots. No big deal. A little pot of horseradish there. yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of fun walking around. I don't know what happened to this. I think one of the kids came home a little inebriated, and somebody fell on this because this hascap was all nice and round. And I came out one day and I'm like, is that all lying on the ground? And yeah, it is. Weeds. What are you gonna do? Pull them when you have time, hey? Another little volunteer dill forest, and I just whatever. I don't get much stuff out of my way. All these lupins need to be trimmed. Damn, I'm bad for that. All these lupins need to be trimmed. They're done flowering for the first round. They will put out a wee little bit if last year's any indication. So, and I have so many of these things that I don't need more. If you do want more lupins, don't do anything. Don't trim those off. I don't care if people think they're ugly. Don't do nothing. Those will dry up, and eventually that shell will like crack and almost pop open, and the seeds will fall out. And just come back next year. That's all I'm gonna say. Just come back next year. I have. Hey, nice day for a ride. Yeah. Oh, Ella campaign. Check it out. This is supposed to get 4 to 5 feet tall, and it obviously looks like it has some intentions of flowering this year. So this is year 2. I'm very, very excited about this. This one's a root medicinal. So, I mean, you would harvest this in the fall if and when you were going to do it. I probably won't do that until at least next year. Give it 3 years. It's helps with lungs. It's expectorant. That's the word. So it helps get stuff out of your lungs, out of your bronchial. So, as an asthmatic and a flippin' moronic smoker, me likey. Apricot tree always looks good. I don't even know what to say. I love that thing. Oh, some of the last of the lupins. Some of the last.
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me.
Oh well. There's always next year. There's always next year. And a lot of the seeds that are growing now will be flowering next year. So this is going to be, whatever, it'll be fun. Here's that cold frame that, I don't know, just didn't take. You know, those were spring onions that I planted forever ago. I didn't water it. I planted some carrots. You can see all 3 of them. The beets ended up doing not too horrible. That's a volunteer. I haven't planted a single sunflower around here anywhere this year. So, whatever, that lettuce is getting good. I am a neglectful son of a... Clearly, that bag could be put to better use. And I don't know if you'll notice, you know, I mean, salad greens or dandelion root coffee later in the year. I don't know, whatever. It could go. It has gone in the past. I don't even know what to say. So, again, looking good. Planted a little nasturtium. Couple of things I popped in here or there. They don't look like they're doing too bad. It just seems like everything takes a while to dig in up front, and then once it does, like, giddy up. Nah, this is getting bad weedy here. Well, this isn't. That's an elderberry. But, this is the peach tree that I cut down, so here's the little guild around it. Doing fairly nice. I guess I missed a few onions last year, apparently. Who knew? Who knew? There's my poor pear tree. What's left of it. Oh yeah, volunteer lupin. Sorry, is that a recurring theme? Another Ella campaign that's going to flower, and it almost looks like, and again, I don't know. Oh, so it's going to have like oh my. Giddy up. Weeds. There's so many pots and stuff that I have up front. Oh, my spuds. Those tiny little tiddlers that I put out. I don't know about you folks, but well, it looks like I got a potato harvest coming on here. So, whatever, we shall see. Cut and come again a bit. Oh my, really? First day with my new tongue. The cut and come again bed was not really cut, and therefore didn't come again. I'll do better next time. I promise. The lilies are about to bloom, which is very exciting. Lady's mantle, still, as CB would say, kicking chicken. I went through here and had nary a weed, and alas, I need to again. Clearly, if a guy cared, he'd tie those up. I'm a heartless bastard. All volunteer lettuce. And even though my family seems to like lettuce, nobody seems to pick it. But, you know, you can always count on support from those you love the most. Well, is that a saying? Anyway, we'll go check out the back.